guys, what's up? This is Legit Cupcake 260, and I'm bringing you a video on how to make a candy heart X-base cuff. So, anyway, let's get started with the video. So what you're going to need is elastic stretch cord. This is a Jewelry Designer stretch cord or elastic. And you're going to need pony beads, and you're going to need a sewing needle and a clip. So what I have here right now is a single. I figured you guys already know how to do a single, so I went ahead and did that. And also, just as a disclaimer, this is neither the right nor the wrong way to do this cuff. It's just the way I was taught and the way I know how to do it. So anyway, let's keep going. So instead, as you know, if you've done an X-base cuff, it's 2 of your main color and then a connector bead. 2 of your main color, connector bead. This, it's 8 of your base and then 1 color. 8 base, 1 color. So that makes 9. So 8 of the white in this case and 8 and then 1 pink. 8 of the white or a pink or a green, whatever colors you want to use. And also I'm using pearl beads if you were wondering what kind of beads I'm using. So I cut it off and I cut off this excess string and I tied it. But anyway, and then I have the clip. I had it clipped while I was putting the beads on, tying it. And then I unclipped it and then I snipped it. So anyway, so what I did here was I clipped it again after I put it through the 3rd bead in. So I'll show you exactly where I put it. So what I did was I did the 3rd bead in, so 1, 2, 3. So you want it to be 1, 2, 3. So you want it to be 3 beads away from the green. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So anyway, let me get that through this bead. So you actually want to be technically 4, but it's 3 beads away from the green, pretty much. 3 beads away from the green. I'm just going to I'm going to secure the clip. Now I'm going to do next, after I have my single and I have my clip ready. So now I'm going to have my white and then 2 of that heart color. And I'm just going to put it through this one, this green one. And it's going to go make this. And you're going to start seeing the heart in a couple minutes. Not in a couple minutes, but you'll start seeing the V shape of the heart as I'm doing this. So now I'm going to do the opposite of that. So now I'm going to take the 2 green, and then I'm going to take my white, and then I'm going to go every 3 beads. So count 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put it on my 3rd bead. And I'm going to go like this. And you see that little V shape, like how we're making the heart. Now, as you can see, we don't have the a little colored bead there. So you're just simply going to take 3 of your white, or whatever your main color, your base color in this case is. Sorry, these are like all tangled up. Okay, not those. 3 whites in my case, but you could obviously choose whatever colors you want. I would say when you do this, keep it to about 2 to 4 colors. That's my opinion. But anyway, so now 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to put into the 3rd one. And then you just keep doing that all the way around. I'll just demonstrate one more time just to show you. So you have your white, and then your green. I'm sorry, pink in my case. But say like you kept the same color for all the hearts, then it would be that color. And then I'm going to put it through the colored bead, which is 1, 2, the 3rd bead in. So I'm just going to put it here. Now I'm going to do the opposite of that, which is 2 pink beads and then a white bead. And then I'm going to string it through the third bead in. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put it in. And you just continue to do that all the way around. So I'm going to pause the video here, and if you need to go back, just go back. You know, come back in a little bit when I'm done. I'll be back. But obviously you can, rewind or whatever. That way you get the point in case you don't know what I did just yet. That's okay, because it's a little tricky to make a hard X-base cuff. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. So now we're on to our last set, which is 3 of your base. So I'm going to, my case obviously is white, so 3 of my whites. And then I'm going to put it through the third bead, which is right over here, right where my clip is. So I just put it in. I'm going to release my clip. And make sure when you clip it in the beginning, you have enough length, that way you could tie it later. So now I'm just going to tie it together, and then I'm going to show you how to start the next row. So I'm just going to tie this. I could actually keep it on the same string if I really want, which is what I'm probably going to do. That way it doesn't all come apart and stuff. But you could always untie it and come back. I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I could put it through if I tie it. So I'm just doing a regular knot, I'm not doing anything like fancy or crazy or anything. Okay, now I'm going to clip the excess once I feel like it's tight enough. Yeah, I could keep the same string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into my little thing here, my little top bead, right next to my V. So I'm gonna put it through there. You could always clip it, tie that, and then come back in again. But I figured while I'm here, I could actually leave it because I'll have enough room. I at least should for it to go around. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But I can always extend the string. It's the point, so it's not that big of a deal. So string on. Now what I want is to string on 1 bead and 2 of the base bead, 2 of the color beads, in my case pink. And then I'm going to put it at the closest color 1 point bead, which in other words would be right where the V starts. So right in this one. If you see what I'm doing, right in that one. Next, I'm going to take 3 of my color 1 bead. Then I'm going to go into the next point bead, which is this one, which is the second end. And it's going to make this kind of a shape. And then I'm going to take two of this color and go into the closest point, which would be, in this case, this top. So wherever you have those tops is where you go in, just like as an X-base cuff. So now I'm going to go into that top point bead and I'm going to pull. And that's exactly what it's going to look like all the way around, just like this. So I'm going to demonstrate that again for you. I might actually end up doing this all the way around because it can get confusing. So you know what, I'm going to do this one all the way around. So then we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to put on a base bead, which is my white, my 2 colored, I'm going to go into the first green bead. Well, in my case, green. Now you're going to take 3 of your colors. So in my case, green, 3 of that color. And I will go right into the last bead on that row. The next, I'm going to take 2 of my colored beads, and I'm going to go right into the top white one. And I'll just do it because there's only 2 more times to do it. So it should start looking like that. So now I'm going to take my one base, 2 colors, 2 of the colors, go into my nearest point, which is this one. Then I'm going to take, just looking, running out of colors, 1, 2, 3, and then go into this bead, the last part of the bead. Whoops. When I pulled, it got a little tangled. That's all right. There we go. And now I want to put on 2 more and go through the nearest point. So in this case, it's this top one. Now I'm going to do that again. So base, 2 colors. The nearest color, which is the first one that starts that part. Then I'm going to take 3, go through this end one, and then I'm going to take 2 of the regular color. I'm going to go into the nearest point. Okay, so that's that. That's that one. And you're going to start seeing it come up a little bit, which is exactly what you want. So it's going to look something like this. So you're starting to see a little bit, but you'll start seeing it in a couple minutes when we do our next step. So I'm just going to tie this off because I'm just going to tie it off here. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to tie it off, because this is definitely not the best way to tie it off the way I'm doing it now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut off the needle and then I'm going to tie it. I think that's my best bet. So, just so you know, I'm going in between the beads when I tie. So that way I'm not like going, you don't want to go around a bead. You want to go on the elastic if you can. It's a little difficult to do it, but it's doable definitely. I'm just trying to do this on the elastic. But you see, I didn't go around the bead. That's what you want. You don't want to go around the bead, or else it's going to displace the bead in a different area to where you don't want it. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And you could tie it every single row, or you could just cut yourself a really big piece of string and then do it. I mean, it's totally up to you, but I'm just experimenting because I usually don't do it separately like this. But for the sake of this, I thought maybe it'd be a little easier to tie it off and then just put on a new piece, but it might be a little harder. I don't know. Just like I said before, some things works well for others, other things don't. Like for me, I could go either way, so it doesn't matter for me. Okay, great. So now it's going to look like this, and you're going to have your little hello smiley. But you're going to see it come to life in just a minute. So after you do that, so now I'm going to pause the video here, tie on some more elastic, and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and now I'm going to be putting this through a color point bead. So in this case, it's going to be this one right here. So I'm going to put it through this one. Whoops, I forgot. I need to clip it at the end. So just pull it through without beads, and then I'm just going to clip the end like this. Now I'm going to take 3 of my base beads, and I'm going to go through the first color bead. So it's going to look like this. Next, what I'm going to do is sorry, I'm just trying to get the colors right. Now, I'm going to take 3 of my color. Whoops, I dropped it. Okay. The beauty of the clip, I didn't lose anything. Okay, so now I got my 3 beads on. Now I'm going to go into my middle, which is right here. And I'm going to string it on. And now I'm going to do that again. So now I'm going to take my 3 and then string them onto the other end of this one. And then you're going to have a heart, like, you're going to start seeing the hearts look like this. So let's do it again. So I'm going to take my 3 base beads, put it through the green, one here, I'm just trying to, I just don't want my clip coming out, so I'm just adjusting it. Now I'm going to take 3 of my color, in this case green, and I'm going to put it through the middle bead, which is right here. And then I'm going to take another 3 and put it on my end bead. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Now we're going to take 3 of my beads, put it through the first pink one that you see, or whatever your color is. Then next I'm going to put in take these 3, and then I'm going to put it right into my middle, which is this bead right here. I'll show you right now. This bead, so when you look at this, it goes through this bead. And then you're going to take, 3 again. And string them right through the end one, the end of the pink, which is right here. I'm just going to string it in. So now, as you can see, we're starting to see our hearts, which is exactly what we want to see. So you're starting to see the little hearts in the cuff. Okay. So we have to do it one more time, and then we're done. And then we're done with this part. Take our 3 whites. Usually, guys, I would pause it and I would continue on my own, but I feel like that this part's really difficult. One of the more difficult parts, so that's why I figure I'll do it with you guys. Because if you don't need it, you can always just fast forward this video wherever you need it. So, or go back even. So, don't feel bad if you have to redo things or you can't do it the same pace as me. Everyone goes at their own pace, so don't feel bad. So, we got those 3 beads. Now I'm going to go into my first color bead, which is, in this case, this one. And I'm just going to put my thing through. Next, I'm going to take 3 of my color. And I'm just going to put it right in the middle bead, which is this one. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Take another 3. We're almost there, guys. This one. So here we go. We have all of our hearts in place. So now when you lift it up, it's going to look like this. So here are your hearts. Like that, guys. Exactly like that. So now you can always add a second row if you really want. Or you could just finish it off here. Normally I just finish it off. I don't even bother with the second row because I don't really, sometimes they get a little big. And if you want something a little smaller, you know. Yeah. Alright. So now I'm just going to tie this layer off. And then we can move on to the final layer. Which is going to be the ending. Which is pretty much just like an X space, the ending of that. I'm just tightening this real tight. That way it doesn't like fall over too loose. Make sure, guys, you tie these things really tight because that's what they need. They need something really tight. I'm just going to cut the needle off. That way it's a little easier for me to tie. Cut that off. And another reason, guys, why I'm making this video is also because I haven't seen any like this on YouTube with the hard X space, so I thought it'd be cool to show you guys. I could always do zigzags in the future and stuff. If you want all different kinds of X space cuffs, let me know because I'll definitely do them. I just figured I was going to do another drawing video, but I was like, you know what, I haven't done the beads in a long time, and I haven't really made a bead video in a while, and I know a lot of you guys really like them. So I was like, you know, I'll give you guys one for now. Okay. I'm just going to, you know what, not yet. I'm just going to tie it a little tighter. Just to make sure I have it all nice. Okay. So now I'm just going to tie this. Now I'm going to go into my point. Okay. I'm actually going to leave this here and continue it. So I kind of go back and forth between cutting, putting on a new layer. I'm actually just going to continue on with this string. I'm just tying this now. That way we tie off that row and then cut off the excess and then leave the rest. Or you could just cut it off completely and use the clip like I've been doing. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clipped the whole thing off. So I guess we will be using the clip again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It might be a little more stable that way anyway, so it might be better. What I like about using clear elastic is that it doesn't show. That's the beauty of it. Look at this, all the hearts. So cute. It's a cute little gift for anyone, you know, to make these little things. And it doesn't cost much to make them. So that's what's nice about it too. It also doesn't cost too much to make these things. It's nice. Like regular jewelry and stuff, like it costs a lot of money, obviously. Where this is kind of like something, like these beads look cute and everything, and yeah. So I'm going to go on a white point bead, and I'm going to string in 2. So I'm going to go on this point bead right here. Clip this. String on 2, and then go for the top part of your heart. I think. Let me see if this is right. That looks about right. Yeah, it looks right. Yeah, I would say that's right. Okay, and now I'm going to take another 2. I'm like completely out of white pearl beads at this point. And I'm just putting in my top bead right into the points. And it's helping to form it. So you see how I'm doing that? I'll do this with you guys all the way around though. Just so you have a good idea of everything. So 2 into my points. And it goes through all the point beads, just so you know, guys. So you guys know. And this is how we kind of get it to not be like this. We get it to be taller and not lopsided, and it's even. So we have this. Go right into this one. We're gonna go back in. So you're just, you know, like how they like make little triangles on my bracelet? Like I'll show you just in a sec. They're like triangles, these little things right here. These are like the points. So like a triangle. So I'm gonna put 2, and then I'm going to put it on this one right here. If I need a second one, I have a second bag of pearl beads because I used a lot of my white beads in this pearl set. Put it through this one. Yeah, I'm almost done at this point, and then we'll tie it off in a minute. And I'll show you the final tie off. And then you'll be done. I gotta leave soon a little bit to work with the kids, so, you know. Doing this. And eventually, guys, you know, everything takes practice. So if you weren't sure how to do this or you needed a little more help, you can always message me on YouTube or comment below if you have any questions. You can always message me on Kandi Patterns. I'm really not on it much, so I kind of... Oh, by the way, guys, see how this little thing makes a triangle? You're just going through the point. Just think of it that way, a triangle. Anyway, if you have any questions, you could just contact me through there. But now that I know I have this video up, I'll definitely check it. Where, like, in the past, I haven't been on it in I don't know how long. And I'll definitely be posting a picture of this for you guys to all see. But yeah, I hope, before I finish up, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I'm sorry if I was a little confusing at times. It's just that I'm only just learning it myself. So I was kind of like, not sure how to do this. But I wanted to be the first one to teach you guys this technique. And so I wanted to be the first. So that's why I had you guys do it. Okay, so now I'm just going to string on these 2. string on another 2 into this top one. And this is your final 2. Got a little stuck on the clip. It's alright. That's the only thing about these clips. I tend to get stuck on them sometimes. That's okay. I know how to get out of it. So there you have it, guys. You have your heart X base cup. So now I'm just going to tie it off and I'll show you guys. Check it out. And make sure, guys, you tie it really, really tight because you do not want it coming apart. Because I was actually making this video yesterday and the whole bracelet came apart in the middle of the video because I did not tie it enough. So I can't stress enough to make sure you tie it. Let's see. Just put that down. I was just putting down a thing of beads, guys. I'm just tying it like a million times because I do not want it to come apart. And I'm trying to also tighten it that way it stands up nice. See, like the way I have it standing up? I want it to stand up nice. Cut off the excess after you're done tying, and here you are. So here's my green, here's my pink again. So it goes all the way around. And it fits. It's a little big on me because I have a thin wrist. But it's pretty good. So that's what it looks like when you wear it. Yeah. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope I was able to explain it well and help you guys out with candy making in the future. If this gives you any inspiration or ideas, and comment below, just let me know how you liked the video. Click the thumbs up button if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you guys for 521 subscribers, I think, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.